Hola, hola.
Why you kept learning hard
Oh my God, he's back.
places while other
Yes.
people
And
appeared.
happy Thursday. All right.
But this is often how a
I'll be
chosen
back in a
life
second. Get myself
unfolds.
together.
It does not move by ordinary timing. It moves by divine timing. And divine timing can feel painful when you are waiting to see what God already knows. Even so, there is mercy in the waiting. There is purpose in the silence. There is direction even in the closed door. Think of David, not first as a king, but as a shepherd hidden in the field. When the prophet came to anoint the future king, David was not even brought into the room at first. He was outside, tending sheep, carrying responsibility in a place that looked too small for the greatness that was on his life. That part matters because it speaks directly to the ache many chosen ones carry. Being chosen does not always begin with recognition. Sometimes it begins with being overlooked. Sometimes it begins with being underestimated. Sometimes it begins with being faithful in a place where no one sees your tears, your discipline, your growth, or your devotion. Yet God saw David fully. While others looked at appearance, God looked at the heart. In that hidden field, David was being formed. He was learning courage with no audience. He was building trust in God when nobody applauded. He was facing lions and bears in private before he ever faced Goliath in public. What looked like obscurity was training. What looked like delay was development. What looked like a forgotten season was God shaping a vessel that would one day carry great responsibility. That is why
Thank you
this
for your
message
patience.
reaches so deeply into your present moment. You know what it feels like to be in the field. You know what it is to remain faithful while others are celebrated.
Don't we know
what
that
it is to
feeling?
carry something inside that people around you do not yet recognize. And perhaps the hardest part is not the work itself, but the silence around it. The sense that
All right, let's get into it. And today's message is brought to you by the Action Bible. I did a short earlier on YouTube, and I noticed that when you do real messages, it's 50-50. Sometimes when you speak straight from the belly button, you get shadow banned. It's just too real for the kids. And then you notice the numbers, right? But long story short, I did a short earlier, not to be redundant, about Jezebel. You know the story about her worshiping the devil and getting all these prophets and just corruption in the town of Israel, if I believe I'm correct. And yeah, she gets her fate. You know, everybody gets their fate. Everybody that does wickedness will be served with wickedness. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. It's just point blank. So I'm not going to get too deep into this. Yeah, so Jehu orders the palace servants to show their allegiance to him by pushing Queen Jezebel from the window to her death in the street below. Her body is left unburied, and the wild animals eat her remains. So Jezebel pays with her life for the evil she has done, and the final part of Elijah's prophecy comes true. See, what's ironic is Jezebel was married to Ahab, I believe. And Ahab wanted to buy this one, I want to say servants or somebody from the town's land. Just wanted to buy their field of crops. And the person said, I'm sorry, I can't sell this to you, king, because this has been in my family forever, and it wouldn't be right for me to separate my property from my family lineage. And so the king comes back all disappointed, and Queen Jezebel looks at her husband in disappointment. Is like, aren't you the king? You know what I mean? You can get what you want. So Queen Jezebel falsifies documents and says that servant was going against the king. And so she sent the letter out to warn that person that he's basically going to get sentenced to death. And so this guy gets sentenced to death, falsely accused. I think I saw Orville, but that was ill. Falsely accused, and he gets stoned to death, if I didn't say that earlier, in the streets, and then the dogs lick up his blood. And ironically, since Queen Jezebel did that falsified document and basically crucified or just killed an innocent man, she meets her same fate when she's tossed out of her own castle window, obviously hits the ground unburied, and the dogs lick up her blood. She decomposed in the streets, no respect at all. That's poetic justice for that ass right there. Close this. I don't want to get this damaged with orange splatters and stains. So it seems like a lot of us are going through that same path right now. We're seeing what's going on with Iran and Israel. We're seeing what's going on with Cuba and the blackouts. We're seeing what's going on with just random people disappearing. Check out my Instagram and my threads. We're seeing politicians getting exposed left and right. We're seeing finally Fauci was called out for his evilness. I believe I think one of the Kennedys made that announcement. The one that has he has issues. I'm laughing because I was talking to an associate of mine a while ago, and she was bringing up how I forgot what his name is. Such and such Kennedy sounds like he's about to die. You know, every time he talks, he sounds like he's about to have a stroke, and it's not funny. But you know, a lot of times we laugh at our pain to get through it. You notice I've been through a lot of shit. I transmute it, and I make it laughable. Just like a lot of comedians, you know, they get on stage and they tell you exactly transparency their whole life. Hard knocks, getting cheated and all that shit, and they make it into a joke. They make it relatable. Squirter. Ancestors out there. I said earlier, a red cardinal. Aren't cardinals all red? I'm not an expert in birds, but it was funny how I said that. I was like, I believe cardinals are red. And that is the species, right? But yada yadas. So it just seems like a lot of us are just realizing what's going on in the world, and it all seems to come back to prophecy. Even during Revelations, if I'm correct, it was talking about how kingdom has to go against kingdom. These are the signs that Yeshua told his disciples that would be the end times to come before Judgment Day, before everyone's separated by their works, by their deeds. Were you a good shepherd? Did you lead the shepherds astray, or did you lead the shepherds to the kingdom of God? That is exactly where we're at now. So I'm going through a lot of transformations and making sure I'm not having any Jezebels in my life. I cannot have it. I mean, us as loving beings can get manipulated very easy. Oh, that's what happened. We can get manipulated very easy. There's a good scene right here when Elijah is on top of the on top of their just say on top of their fort. They're surrounded by the Armenian army, and Elijah's servant says to Elijah, "Oh, we're surrounded. Oh, where are we going to go? We have nothing to do." And Elijah's calm and says, "Hey, don't worry about it. God has us. You know, if God got us, nobody can beat us." And Elijah prays and sends the angels of heaven down to take care of the Armenians, to make them blind. And then Elijah, instead of killing the troops, he directs them to his own palace or his own hideout. And then the angels bring back their sight, and instead of killing them, Elijah feeds them and takes care of them and sends them on their merry way. And then the soldiers go back to the king and tell of Elijah's great works. And they're confused, so there's some peace. They're confused of why they didn't get killed, and then there's a period of peace. This section of the story of the Bible is referring to the kings, I believe, or Numbers, and it just talks about how Jerusalem was divided into 12 tribes, and they are warring amongst each other, and that has been happening till this day. To this day. Hence, we're seeing a lot of the chaos unfold that was all prophesized. And I'm learning a lot too, because I'm not a scholar at all. I don't know much until God tells me, is what I like to say. A jack of all trades, but a master of one, something like that. So this is really an eye-opener. If you know the scripture, then you can see exactly what's going on outside your window, and you won't have any fear, because God reinstalls that fact in our brain that we were not made with fear, which just means false evidence appears real. False evidence appears real. So as long as we have that distinction, we can know how to move accordingly to God. Confirmation, bitches. Because we're walking with a pure heart, and we're striving to be as close to God as possible. Because we know we're human. We have human tendencies, all right? And our flesh likes to talk to us a lot too. These last few days have been horny as fuck, man. But I understand the energies and people doing sex magic and wanting me to rub one out, thinking of them so they can attempt to bond their energy to me. Hence, I'm glad God keeps on talking to me. He's like, open up the Action Bible. And every time I do, it's like precisely to a page how I know God's talking to me. Whatever page I open up is directly relevant to what's going on in my life. Hence, shit, I got mad notes in here, man. I said no mad notes, but I just like taking notes like my mom used to do in her Bible, just so when I pass this down to my kids, they can see all the key notes and so forth. Even though we know this Bible's been manipulated, we already hear your comments in the background. Oh, you need the Ethiopian Bible, yada, whatever. I get you. It's good to know everything so you can be well-rounded, right? So I just like taking notes because I'm just one of those people. You know, bada bing, bada bing. No bada booms. Love always is the frequency. So even in the prophecy, it says that during these times there'll be kingdom versus kingdom, and then angels will come down, do the judgment, and so forth. And God's people, God's select, the 144, has nothing to worry about, because as long as we're doing God's works properly and we're believing in God, so forth, and we know Yeshua was the son of the Holy Father, so forth, that God says that we will all be in a state of peace and bliss, because we know during these times that the new world's going to be ushered upon us very soon. We just have to be patient and maintain our faith. Hence the intro. It was just talking about a lot of us are going through a period of rebirth, which can seem like it's a delay, which, trust me, a lot of times I get agitated. I'm like, come on now, what the fuck? And then we know people are out here doing things on purpose since they got caught. They're getting investigated, so now they're holding paperwork and all types of stuff to slow down the inevitable. Confirmation, bitches. So now we have to be patient and know that everything is going accordingly to plan, and not let these desperation tricks, is what I like to call them. They get us confused and agitated. They get us out of our frequency to go backwards. And that'll never happen. I'm a man tomorrow. I'm not going to go back to elementary and play games. So I'm in a period now where I am transmuting immediately negative, low vibrating energies. It's a must, because we're us as super intuitive X-women, if you want to call it like that. We feel everything, and once we know what is happening and that most of these thoughts are not ours, we must transmute them. Otherwise, since we're sponges, we can absorb those energies and carry them around like fabric, right? So I do songs or I get up and I do a video like you know, but for those that are new here, first and foremost, welcome to another episode of No Filter, the realest show ever. We don't have no cut cards here. And daily motivation. So it's a hybrid episode. And my name's Alonzo Darrell Hayes, the name I was given until I find out my real name, another floating orb, I believe. A direct descendant of Yeshua, the chosen one, amongst 144 other ones. I'm just one out of 144,000. And we're here to raise the vibration, help people see through the matrix, through the illusions, read between the lines so they'll know how not to get misled, manipulated by these antichrists, these false Pharisees, deacons, false, corrupt Christians that's just rocking the Bible and saying that they're doing everything in the name of God, but they're doing the most satanic shit behind closed doors. They spread rumors, gossips. That's a form of witchcraft. Check out Moon's latest video. She breaks that down. Let's Hear It Spirit. Breeze Talez, I believe. I just encountered her recently. And Stay Golden, I believe. Another pretty woman in the collective. I was about to say, she's short and brunette, big titties, good smile, all that stuff. Man, that was very honest of me, right? All due respect, you. Sometimes it doesn't have to be that blunt. Maybe Jay's. She's well put together. And I've been encountering some new collective just to, I got to be obedient. Messages come through different people, right? And sometimes I have my biases. And I see Esther on there from Austria. She's pretty. I love her accent. But sometimes we've rubbed. We bumped heads a few times, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like when you're in school, or back in the days when, confirmation bitches, when you and some girl would be like hating each other or, you know what I mean, agitated with each other. All that means is that you like one another, right? It's just another form of love. It's just like when people say they hate you, they actually love you. It's just another form of love. It's a more extreme form of love that is not like monitored. You know what I mean? It's just more like outrageous and shit, but it's a form of love. Everything stems from love. It just depends on how balanced you can keep love. Because everything's a frequency. So if you keep love like this the whole time in your solar plex, keep it balanced, that's where we aim to be. But sometimes cortisol levels spike up, so forth, and we can go and get agitated and get out of character is what they want to say. But when you're perfectly balanced, you can tap into both frequencies and not lose yourself. So I'm doing that as best as I possibly can by just accepting the messages I get. They are directly from God, and removing the bias as best as I can. Hence, I can watch Megan's videos. I can watch Freya Ray's and Light's videos now without being attached to that reality. They want me to feel like I need their services in order to move forward, and I had to admit a while ago, like, I never needed anyone's services. I was doing them a favor without being vain. I'm like, I was just being myself, and I wanted to work with y'all. I don't need y'all to make me go anywhere. But they banked on me sitting there, which a lot of people know the story, but I'm getting a lot of new people on, and a lot of fake profiles is following me, so I'm just keeping up as relevant as I can. But just check out my previous material to catch up. Stop talking with your mouth full. So they wanted me to sit there and wait for some validation, to get some questions answered. Oh, why did you leave me, this and that? But the beautiful thing about God is God allows people to rat themselves out. The power of silence. When you're honest and loyal, and when people spread your name through the mud, which is basically defamation of character, which is another charge, cyberbullying, lying, all these are federal charges, right? But when you're honest, you don't need to necessarily speak about a lot of these lies, because the lies will be exposed sooner than later. Because the thing with liars is liars are not. Let me say this: there's demographics out here. A lot of liars are not well organized. They're narcissists. They're narcissists. They're very cocky, and they feel like they're above the law. A lot of times they do shit and just leave their evidence in plain sight. They don't give a shit. They have inside people corruption. They're like, I don't want to get touched. I'm a part of this secret society. I'm an Eastern Star. I'm this. I got money. I got this. I'm well liked in the community. All these images they built up to the fact where they can be a Palpatine. So many people like them in the daylight, but behind closed doors and in the nighttime, people don't know what they're doing. So people like Palpatine is very well organized. They know what to do. And I'll just leave it at that, because I'm not here to teach people how to be deceptive. I'm just showing some signs of exposure. And I don't know if you ever heard, that was cool, a bee or something. There is a bee, hell yeah, royalty. I don't know if you ever heard of the expression like the guilt bleeds through your pores. Like when I was doing bad shit in school or erasing my letters on the report card and turning a D into a B, confirmation bitches, and then giving it to my parents, or my dad at the time. But you know, we were in Turkey and my dad was with us. My mom was here. She was going through multiple sclerosis. My older brother Rolano was taking care of her. So we went to Turkey in 91 until 94. Great times. But shit, I forgot what I was getting at. Shit. Report cards. Yeah, so I'd give my dad a falsified report card. So I falsified the documents my damn self, right? See how ironic and intentional everything is? Full circle. So my dad would see that there was something wrong, because he was a kid once himself, and you know, when you lie, you know the tricks of the game. My dad used to say, don't attempt to out hustle a hustler, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can't outsmart a hustler, something like that he used to say. That's why I learned, he would tell me, well, first he would say, can you keep a secret? And I would say, yeah. Yeah, I love that shit. He was like, can you keep a secret? And I was like, yeah. He was like, so can I. Which makes sense now at full circle. Like, yeah, these little secretive ass, secret squirrel bastards and shit. Kept that shit well hidden for 40-something years. Good, right? And that's where that transition to play a fool to catch a dummy. That's where I learned from him. So very good, right? So people's guilt will bleed through their pores, long story short. And I'm seeing a lot of that throughout the collective. Confirmation bitches. People just rat themselves out because they know they did some fraudulent shit. They let their emotions get the best of them, so they ran out here with so much lies. And then when people actually follow the breadcrumbs and do the research on me, they just realize I'm a nice, calm guy and I've been innocent the whole time. And due to my innocence, people took my kindness for weakness. So some people are in the confirmation bitches. Some people are in the category now of, well, I made my bed, I'm laying in it. I'm about to die anyways, go to prison, whatever. So I'm just gonna do the most anyways. Some people are doing that right now, and that's where I get my eye twitching. Now, I understand it, but I'm like, I don't like being redundant, because long story short, I'll beat your ass, right? So it's like some stone cold shit. It's like, just stop hiding. We just gonna talk to you. That's where we're at. We come from an old school. We don't like hiders and pussies and weak people and just haters, period. If you got something you want to say to us, let's talk it out first. Address it. You don't like me? Cool. You don't need to say I like you and then throw a rock and hide your hand type shit. That's just very agitating for us giants. It really is. like gnats. It's just very annoying. I'm like, just focus on your fucking selves. And collectives, aren't we tired of this energy floating around? Literally. We say, leave our energy fucking alone. But then if you know how the game works of life, you know there's multiple levels to this shit. So when you tell someone to leave you alone and they understand the energies and they want to manipulate prophecies and shit like that, they're going to work overtime. So I need to understand that, right? Because this is a grand school. Confirmation, bitches. This is a grand school for all of us to learn. So if I was given the privilege to actually help my ancestors whoop some ass and take them off this planet, spiritually transport them to cosmic divine justice, whatever, you know, man, the Galactic Federation will take care of all the rest. If I was allowed to do that, in the sense I would like to do it at, to serve justice, then I'm seeing somewhere in my mind's eye that it would defeat the purpose of this planet of being a learning library. But there's another section of my brain saying, well, everything's a lesson. You know what I mean? If we have Acoustic Records and we know everything that's going on, because our plants are like giant cameras, they capture everything. If you know, you know. I learned that through Rashad Jamal, by the way. Free Rashad Jamal. Follow him on University of Cosmic Intelligence to learn more. Oh, ooh, that shocked me. Oh, squirters. Cold. So that could be a lesson too. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to keep too many karmic people around to learn that lesson. I believe there can be a chapter of eradication. All the people, just like in the Bible says, all the people that did dirt will get tossed into the furnaces of fire, yada yada. And God's select will be risen in heaven and have the gift of everlasting life. Those 27, by the way, is awesome. If you know, you know. 99. It's actually 69, if you know, Gematria. 0 is a 6. Yeah, if you know, you know. In Jewish Gematria, I believe. So that's where I'm at times, and we have to surrender and let things happen because everything's energy too. But and it's exposure season. You want to keep your name clean all the times. You got to dig. You have dignity. You want to respect your character and your name at all times. Period. Your royalty, respect that shit. I ain't no peasant, and I ain't gonna be dealt with no peasant. And if peasants want to play around with the king, they get beheaded. You already know the game. Okay? That's it. We don't deal with no fucking bullshit around here. So when artists and producers want to reach out, don't leave no long ass paragraph talking to me, but acting like you're reaching out to other artists out there. You're talking to me, okay? Who else the fuck you talking to? I get you. All right. But mainly, you're directing at me, okay? Just say, hey, Alonzo, boom, 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 we would like to work with you. All right, can you get more serious in the booth? Or are you just a vibe or not? Come on, man. I've been doing professional songs for long as shit, and I'm doing these songs straight from the belly button. They're still hotter than your tracks you've had for years, okay? I can make your song hotter. You already know that shit. That's why you threaten, okay? Don't make me start doing that shit. Then every time people hear your beat, they associate your beat immediately with my voice and shit. You don't want that happening. Man, I've had that shit for 20 years. Don't let that happen, all right? I can make your shit hotter. Fuck out of here with that shit. That's why I say, ask your wives and your girlfriends whose music's hotter, and I guarantee she's gonna look at the carpet, go in the kitchen, start moving shit around, and give you a preoccupied answer. Well, honey, you got some hot tracks. Some of your tracks are hot. If she even starts off like that, you already know it's a rap. She just make you feel better. All right, just test it. If you think I'm bullshitting, test it. Go ahead and ask her. Hey, is my tracks hotter or is those tracks hotter? I guarantee there's going to be an awkward silence. Then get your tape measure out. Every time y'all sit down, just keep on measuring the distance every day. Because you ain't the real deal, Holyfield. This is it. And you know it, and I know it. And you know that I know that you know that I know. So we can keep on doing the subliminal shit and just drop the names. Like Johnny Giuliano. If you want to work with a boy, holla at the boy. I loved your beats. Alright? I used to be at Wiz Khalifa and Will's concerts a lot, and Merriweather and shit, until he got salty because I hollered at his cousin, and then Wiz sold himself out, and everybody else is salty as shit from the authentic boy right here. Alright? You think I'm bullshitting? What's up, Chevy Woods? Think I'm bullshitting ass Will. He knows he's been fucking hollering at me for years. I worked with the owner at 930 in DC, okay? Booked his ass. Collie Buds, all that shit. Me and Damani McMillan were out there doing the damn thing. Matt Brock was salty when he had his birthday party in front of the 930 club, or whatever, 93.9 radio station. Saw me and Monty out front of the building, said, hey, you want some tickets? Monty said no. Zoe got it because he knows the owner. Then Matt Brock's face drops the shit, and that's why I had to order him last year, thinking he's some fucking rapper. Him and Lil Kojo in Annapolis. I destroyed all them cats. They shitty. But they're okay. They're good until they came against me. They're shitty. I haven't seen these cats yet. Looking dusty McGusty. Kojo used to live with me up here. And I had to slap a bitch almost. His little salty ass. There's too many salty people around here, so to give me my props, my flowers, they want to hate on the boy. So I fucking destroyed all of them, and now their careers are done. Alright? So ask your girlfriend whose music's hotter. Alright then. Let's go to the next thing. Can't deal with real, then get the fuck out the battlefield. Okay? Can't take the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. I'm out here slapping bitches. Oh my God, he's alive. We're so disappointed. And I'm going to stay alive. And I'm going to get married. I'm going to have kids. And you're going to hate the fact that your plan backfired. Got the feds watching y'all bitch asses. You guys' phones tapped. And you're still doing the most, thinking you're going to get away with shit. Alright, this is the wealthiest mother feezy that you ever gonna see in your life, like Mensa Munsa and this bitch. I'm gonna be helping God's children out, and you're like, how did Zoe do it? And then you're gonna attempt to backtrack and come to me like you have amnesia, or like I caught amnesia. Hey Zoe, can you help me? I got the devil on my back. I got hitmen, people that just want to kill me because I robbed them out of their money. You were supposed to be the meal ticket, and you're still out here. So now I owe everybody that I was so confidently telling you'll be gone. Man, I'll put y'all all in headlocks and just, hey. You know, she in a little running headlock drop. Hey. But of course, I got to sit back and just surrender and talk spiritual shit to you, which is facts. And let y'all keep on getting embarrassed and then pointing fingers at whoever bada bing backstabbed who, and then just off each other off. That's what's happening. People are getting off. People are going on manhunts or getting chased, attempting to leave the city and the country. It ain't happening. Y'all shit is hacked and McGacked. People want to do special surgeries and change their identity. It ain't happening. Your bone structure still don't change. It don't matter what you do here. All right? You can get the jigsaw face stuff and shit from the Punisher. You can get that, put your face on a glass crutcher, and then you can have your bone structure rearranged, and then maybe you'll get past the AI scanners, but they know your body language and they know your whole bone structure and shit by now, so you ain't fooling nobody in this bitch. All right, what else you want me to call you out on? All right? Light, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You look pretty as fuck. I would love to marry you, but you just went left. And you think whatever information you're holding was going to give you the leverage. It ain't giving you leverage. All God's doing is shaking God's head. Like, hey, you fucked up. Okay? You fucked up. You're lucky I prayed for your butt-ass naked spread cheeks on that damn fucking tub right there. Like, hey, please save her life because I have some feeling that maybe the past life connection there. We have some potential. And maybe we may come back together and we may get married and walk down that aisle and we look at each other like, actually, this happened? But we signed a soul contract, so a lot of shit's out there. That's why I say just tell me the truth. If you made your bed, you made it, all right? I don't give a fuck if you about to lose your life because you made that dumbass decision. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the fuck you're doing on crystal balls. This is my future. I had it planned already. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought you're going to benefit off me. Like, I'm going to be your meal ticket. If you want to help God out, then do the right thing and say, hey, this is what's going on here. All right, you're getting watched by the feds, so, hey, feds ain't going to let you get hit up by these fake-ass fucking witch covens and shit. You see me comfortable back here saying, whoever got beef or smoke, bring it. They know where I live at. They've been stalking me the whole time, so bring it. Come to my front door so I beat the brakes off your ass. And it'll be bare-chested season. I'm not scared of nobody except for God. So I'm comfortable as shit. I ain't scared of no witch covens, no magic, no group stalk, no cyber stalks. Whatever you guys do, you get destroyed. I'm Brad Pitt from Troy in this bitch. Anybody else want more? Hey, you're done. I don't even know why you're even fucking coming up. You're wasting our time and energy. Now this shit is fun to us. Now I can sit back here literally and talk the most comfortablest, honest bullshit to you. The honest, spiritual shit to you. Sometimes we talk big shit. It ain't bullshit. And you guys gonna sit there and have nothing to say besides go back in the shadows, pay another practitioner, try to gang stalk me, try to do some more manipulation. All your corrupt judges and officers, they're already fucking getting arrested. People are fucking offing themselves. It's a mess out in this bitch. And then you're gonna see me heavily smiling in this motherfucker, doing the damn thing that you did the most to stop, or attempt to stop. And God allowed me just to be the bait for y'all. I literally had a neighbor upstairs. I was opening up the door for him the other day. His mother, I guess, she said from the steps outside, "You don't need to hold the door open." Something told me to say, "Nah, that's what good neighbors do." When I was checking my mail. First thing her son does when he looks at me as my Cardinals go past, he says, "I got hacked." And in my mind, I was like, "No, that's what a hell of a transition." That's a hell of a transition. I'm opening up the door, and the first thing you say is, "I got hacked." Verse saying, "Hey man, thank you, brother. How you doing? How's your day?" So it came to me later when I was taking my cosmic shower. He was like, "Yeah, I got hacked. I was playing a video game, and all of a sudden, I start seeing these advertisements, and people are seeing me and looking at me and stuff." And in my mind, I'm just like playing a fool to catch a dummy. I was like, well, my shit's been hacked the whole time. I've been calling out these people. I'm a podcaster. I work for God now, so I'm calling out all these hacking shit. Just call the cops and tell them what's going on. Stay ahead of the game. Do a video, say, "Hey, my shit's been hacked." He had the most guiltiest face there. He's like, I just had a game tagger name called Trump, and ever since then, I've been getting hacked. I was like, all right, well, God got you. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing nothing wrong, basically, you straight. And then I go take a cosmic shower later on, and I'm like, why? That was the weird interaction. Why did that happen? Then my spirit team was like, yeah, because he's guilty. He got hacked by the feds because he's doing the dumb shit. I was like, oh, that's why he wasn't jumping on that solution. I was like, well, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Just do a video and say I get hacked. But he kept on dropping his head lower like an ostrich every time I kept on giving him solutions. And it finally dawned on me. I was like, oh, that because he's guilty McGee. All-seeing Oracle Isis, I love you. All right, every time we jump on the live, we're like some dynamic duo in that bitch, just fighting these fake-ass profiles. Let me give you guys a heads up so you will stop liking people's comments on your own videos. Most people's comments on videos is an agitating comment making fun of me. Yeah, I'm 44 years, still homeless, have 2 friends, feeling miserable, but thank God God chose me. Hopefully I'll get my money soon. You guys run off and like that shit right away. I see a lot of y'all liking it. I feel you get the interactions on your profiles, but I'm looking at that shit and I report most of them right away. I was like, all right, this little side neck talking shit is definitely not being disrespectful to me on my collective's channel. But a lot of y'all don't see that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't know how to read between the lines. Maybe not. I'm seeing a lot of y'all loving that shit, and it's disrespectful to me and God. I'm like, all right, baby Jays, but be careful what you wish for. Okay, because when you're in this status, you're going to have a lot of people hating you, a lot of people obsessed with you, and just following your every move. Some people are flattered, and some people are envious and jealous. 3843. So it's like baby Jays. 7, 11, 8, 9, so it's 9, if you know, you know. Another 6, 9. That's 12, something like that. Yeah, 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 9 is what? 12. Bada bing, bada bing. So, just a lot of people are just going through their karma now, just like the Bible said. We're gonna wrap this up. So I can call out a lot of people all day. It's fun. Because I think that was a confirmation, bitch. But it's just awesome to have more discernment. Your skills get sharper when you do the proper shadow work, and then you look at half the people you thought were your supporters were just down low hating on your ass. I used to fuck with Nino Brown. His ass is a fake ass double chin motherfucking talking shit agent that he's gone. Grapes. His fat ass is gone. There's just a lot of people that are just talking shit, and I had nothing but love and support to these motherfuckers. So they're fucking gone. That's boundaries you set right there. And if they don't like anything I say, come to me now. I will beat your ass. Okay, done. Enough said. Hey, Elijah, please just do some more grounding and woosah. We do that every day, but we don't take disrespect again. Ha ha Davis. Used to like that cat, but that cat's been talking sideways shit forever. So when I see his little small ass, I'm gonna drop kick his ass like Danny DeVito. Hey, make a joke about that drop kick, all right? Bet. And I'm gonna rub your little thick ass shorty that you have in your videos. I'm gonna definitely rub her cheeks. And you ain't gonna say shit about it. And take a guy's girl that took a guy's girl in his glasses. I mean, come on now. You guys are so elementary. So I'll look at that shit and laugh. Okay, so everyone is getting called out. And if you don't like it, bring the smoke. That's it. You want to get your ass whooped in front of your significant other? Bring it. I just don't understand what it is. Get your ass whooped to shut the fuck up. Bottom line. Got stalking ass neighbors. I got a lot of crazy ass motherfuckers that just can't stand the boy. Just can't stand the boy. So, this is all part of the chapter, but this is a healthy fuck y'all to everybody. Unapologetically. And then I'll see some more videos. Hey man, just rewrite your story. Man, jump in my story and see if you can survive 5 minutes. You see, just see if you survive 5 minutes. All the transmuting I gotta do to keep this planet balanced. Hey, just chill. And shut the fuck up, come out, do the truth, and then this planet will be a better place instead of you want to do the secrecy shit, and then God's taking more notes, and that's just worse for your karma. The longer you hold on to shit versus balancing it out, owning up to it, and let's move on, y'all want to play elementary games. So the more games you play, then I come up here as a principal and set y'all fucking straight. That's what it is. So continue being fake. Continue wearing cheetah prints. It's like, what the fuck, man? Cheetah is not a fashion statement. Unfortunately, now you're paying homage to your masters. I think I see GeoWave kneeling down with the fucking cheetah hoodie on. I'm like, or cheetah fur coat. I liked her video. Put her story up. Put a little cheetah there. I was like, I see you. And my brain was like, maybe it's a coincidence. No, it's not. God damn. So, my eyes are wide open. Eyes wide shut. If you know, you know. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Peep that out. Good, classic Stanley Kubrick movie. And they got rid of him after he dropped information in that movie. If you know, you know. So, bottom line, if you're on God's time and you want to work for Mama Gaia, do the right thing, then start stepping out, stop biting your tongue, and speak the truth. Just like Shay, I'm seeing she's getting more braver by the day. She's like, fuck it. That's what we need, collective. Just speak your mind. Stop worrying about, I don't know what the fuck you're worrying about. You got me on your side. You got angels. We got a squad of army of angels here. No one's doing shit to us. You don't got to worry about nothing. You think I worry about anybody names I just said here? I said if they want any smoke, bring it. Are they going to do it? No, they're going to do more little sideways talking videos. Instead of coming to the welcome mat and getting their ass whooped. They don't want that Bubba Ray talk. You don't want that Bubba Ray talk. Dooley brothers. Dooley brothers. You know what it is. If you know, you know. Don't get Bubba Ray'd up in this bitch. Hi. Ladder and table match. Don't get your ass whooped. Confirmation, bitches. So sit back, figure out what you're going to do with your lives, and stop stalking my life. But you ain't going to get it. You ain't getting a dime. And you ain't getting shit else. You're going to see me on public stages, TED Talks, all that shit. We're going to bump shoulders, and you're just going to sit there with the wide mouth. And you ain't going to do shit either. And if people do get brave for some reason, I'm just going to smile like the Joker's like, finally. Hey! That's all it is going to be. One of us is going to get our ass whooped. One of us is going to be. There's nothing between us besides air and fear. My dad used to love saying that shit, and it's true. You don't like it, bring the smoke right at my welcome mat. But you know where I live at. And I've been waiting. Windows open, doors, sliding doors, just waiting for some chipmunks to walk in this bitch. Hey, Babe Ruthed up, kneecaps done. That's what's happening here. We don't deal with fake, we don't deal with lies, and we don't deal with satanic pedophile motherfuckers. So that's why you see everybody in Hollywood getting exposed. All your favorite Whoopi Goldbergs, Oprah Winfrey's, all this shit. Dunskies. Michael Jackson was one of the innocents out of the whole bunch, and you guys got to apologize to his spirit right now. Oh, he was messing with kids. He was one saving the kids from Epstein Island. See how the media twisted his shit? This is it. They took him out. His clone, he took him out. After this is it. He's still alive out here. But if you know, you know. PYT. Pretty young day. Yeah, Oracle ISIS hopefully looked that up, the PYT, even though we found out that's another Cinderella reference. I never knew. But I think I'm going to end it on that and pearl up something nice. I'm just being obedient to God and calling these people out so I can anxiously look at their rebuttals just to see if I need to clothesline a cat like Bill and Ted. How did you end up in my living room? Hey! And just right back appear in this bitch. The fuck, was there a telephone booth in our living room? Why are you bleeding? Why are you crying like a little bitch? Why is your teeth on your hands? I don't want that to happen to you. I'll get that Undertaker bootleg. Undertaker leg drop on your ass while your neck's hanging outside the ring like, hey! I don't get the leg drops. A little hybrid, a little Hulk Hogan mixed with a little Undertaker leg drops. You don't want that. That's a torso snapper right there. Torso snappers. So if you don't like anything I said, I'm still happier than the pig and shit. All my collective. You see the vein there? We just defend ourselves. We love slapping bitches, men or women that disrespect God. That's where we at. Don't like it? Talk to us. Please. Windows open, chirpsing. You know the address. Bring it. All right. You're not? Okay. Cool. At least you a bitch like I thought you were. Okay, we love yous. This is Tough Love. And that's how we transmute our energies. And if you like what I do, go to my website, www.venusvisions8.com. Book yourself a free session and find out how to unlock your inner child and how to unlock whatever that may be in there that you want to actually bring to the forth. How to bring your imagination to life. How to be the shit like me and how to be the shit like you've always been, but you just want to sit on shit and have no accountability. And if women, you want to reach out to me, you want to work with me, do it. You don't need to be nervous. We can meet you where you're at, okay? Don't think you need to be all this to meet me, all right? Just have a good heart and be honest and loyal. Don't come with no Donnie Brasco or COINTEL shit. Don't come here to sell yourself out. Don't play yourself. Then we can do some work, some business. If you want a relationship, we can take it. Don't worry about, oh, you're going to get rejected. You've had rejection issues. I deal with rejection issues every day, and I'm out here still, all right, bet they weren't meant for me. You can call me and say, hey, Alonzo, I like you. And I can say, hey, you know what? Let's take this slow, see where it goes. Because in my soul, I don't feel anything romantically there, which is not a bad thing, but we can still work cohesively together. All right? That's what I'm saying. Some people I'm asking, do I like this person? Do I love this person? I don't feel it here. Like when I say that about light, I feel that there. I'm like, well, light? I can see that. Spiritual bathrobe. I can feel that. Mind you got the tea, honestly? I don't know. I don't feel that feeling. I'm like, you look good as hell. You look good as heaven. But I don't know if there's anything romantically there, even though I'm being honest. I don't see that. With Moon, I don't feel that either. I thought I did. But it's like spiritual robe, light. Yeah. I saw Storm dancing around in her house too. She looking good. I mean, yeah. I can see that. I can see a few people, right? I'm being honest. I don't know yet. But it all goes down with the feelings here. But don't feel bad to reach out to me and say, hey, bada bing. It's just what it is. I'm not gonna break your heart. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna shoot it straight from the hip, just like I said it right now. I love all my collective. It's just certain collective I have a certain magnetism towards. Just to be honestly clear. And out of all the ladies, I'll say, mind you, got the T's, the only one sitting up there looking pretty, body around and turning around and showing her body. I haven't seen Moon sit up yet, and I'm like, okay, bet. If you just sitting there looking shy and nervous, and that's what the fuck it is. I need some bravery in this bitch. But everybody's different. I get you on that. I'm just looking for someone like me in that area, even though opposites do attract. And I do like my types. I ain't gonna lie. I do like my just boisterous baddies. I do. I like 'em. Like my Britney Cosmic Wifey type vibes. Like, yeah, that's my Harley Quinns. That's my shit. But I'll know if a fake industry plant Harley Quinn is sent my way. Very easy to tell the fakes from the authentic. So that's where it is with that. That's a microphone dropper. Randy Watson. If you like it, you like it. If you hate it, leave it. Enjoy your happy Thursdays. Stay real as you can. Please do not be fake. But if it's in your DNA, then it's in your DNA. But it can be changed. You can break a generational curse. Look at your boy. Love you guys. Enjoy your days. Stay safe and keep God in your life.